It's Fran here speaking from my sitting room in Portugal. So even though I'm a native English speaker, I live in Portugal. And today I'd like to share with you my knowledge on local fruits, nuts, and other edibles that I've been picking with my children on walks. And the first thing we'll start with, as you can see on my table here, we have many baskets. So let's see what's in the first basket. So yesterday we went for a walk and we found some edible mushrooms. So edible means that you can eat it. Inedible means you can't eat it. And at this time of year, you can find many mushrooms. This time of year is autumn. As you may already know, there are 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn and winter. And autumn is the best time for finding mushrooms. So you may not see, but this has a beautiful colour, almost the colour of my headscarf, or at least it was yesterday when we freshly picked them. And as well as picking mushrooms, we also found some edible herbs called lemon balm. So delicious. These smell and taste of lemon. So that's my first basket today. In my second basket, I'd like to share with you a nut that we can find everywhere. There are many trees here called sweet chestnut trees, and this is a sweet chestnut, and these are edible. Now there are 2 types of chestnut. One is edible and one is inedible. So can you remember, what does edible mean? Yes, it means you can eat it. Inedible means you can't eat it. So these are sweet chestnuts, and you don't really eat them raw. They're better cooked, either roasted on a pan over a fire or boiled with salted water. So there's my beautiful basket of sweet chestnuts. In my next basket, I have some dried lemon balm. That's what I picked the other day. But I have many almonds. Can you see my almonds? So these are a very delicious nut that give you a lot of protein, minerals and vitamins. Very healthy. In my next basket, these nuts are called walnuts. And unlike the almonds that we bought in a market, but the walnuts we picked from some trees near our home, and these are very delicious. If anyone has never tried walnuts, I would definitely recommend you do that. And moving on to our last basket for the day, we're going to learn about particular fruits that you can find in Portugal at this time of year. One more basket here full of beautiful fruits. Now this is going to be a challenge. So anyone have any idea what this enormous fruit is? Look at that. It smells so good. If you could smell it, you'd probably know what it is. Some people, even when they saw the fruit, some of my friends, they didn't know what it was. It's actually called in English a grapefruit. And it's quite sour, and it's in the same family as an orange and a lemon. So moving on to more citrus. Citrus is the name given for all of the fruits like orange, lemon, grapefruit. These lemons were found on a tree nearby. This morning when I was walking with my dog, I picked some oranges. Again, very delicious smell. Now this is going to get you. This is a very challenging fruit to identify because I know what you think it looks like. What do you think it looks like? Yes, tomato. And notice that because I'm British English, I pronounce it tomato, whereas if you had an American English teacher, they may say tomato, but it's not a tomato or a tomato. It's actually called a persimmon. So that's quite an unusual fruit, but in this part of Portugal there are many trees that have this special fruit. And moving on, what else do I have in my basket today? Let's finish with one more fruit which is ripening at this very moment in this area of Portugal. So does anyone know what this fruit is called? It's very common in a particular country in the southern hemisphere, but it also grows a lot in Portugal, and it's a kiwi fruit. So at this time of year you can find here many kiwi fruits, which, as you know, get its name from the country New Zealand. So if you know anything about New Zealand, you'll know that people from New Zealand are called Kiwis. And the kiwi is also an animal found in New Zealand, but it's also a fruit. So there, let's end this lesson today with a kiwi fruit. And I hope you enjoyed learning about local fruits, nuts, and also remember the mushrooms that I've picked and found in Portugal in the last few days. Nice to see you. Bye for now.